understand your true self. In the words of Krishna, the soul is neither born and nor does it die. It is eternal and beyond the physical body. In the Bhagavad Gita, the concept of Atman is profoundly significant in enhancing our emotional strength. Atman refers to the true self or soul that exists within each individual. This idea is crucial to the teachings of Krishna, who guides Arjuna, as understanding Atman allows us to recognize our true nature, which can lead us to spiritual freedom. One key aspect of Atman is that it's eternal and unchanging. While our physical bodies experience constant changes, growing, aging, and eventually dying, Atman remains constant, much like a movie scene that continues to play even as the background shifts. One vital aspect of Atman is its indestructibility. Krishna emphasizes that our soul cannot be destroyed. He asserts that weapons cannot cut it, fire cannot burn it, water cannot wet it, and wind cannot dry it. This metaphor signifies that our true self is beyond any form of harm. For instance, consider a balloon that floats in the sky. While the balloon may eventually burst, the air within it continues to exist. Realizing that Atman, our soul, is indestructible, fosters a sense of security and reduces our anxiety regarding the challenges and changes we face in life. Atman helps us rise above the opposites in life, like pleasure and pain, success and failure, joy and sorrow. These opposites, or dualities, are a natural part of life. For example, we all experience moments of happiness and sadness, victories and defeats. When we understand and connect with our Atman, we realize that our true self is not affected by these ups and downs. And it's this understanding that helps us stay calm and balanced no matter what happens around us. Think of it like being a sturdy tree in a storm. The wind may blow hard and the rain may pour down, but the tree stands firm and doesn't get uprooted. Similarly, when we identify with our Atman, we become emotionally strong and steady. This calm and balanced state is called equanimity. And what that means is that we don't get overly excited during good times or too upset during bad times. We maintain a steady mind and heart. This doesn't mean we don't feel emotions, but rather that we're not controlled by them. We can enjoy happiness without becoming too attached to it, and we can face difficulties without being overwhelmed by them. When we connect with our Atman, we become more self-aware and mindful. Self-awareness means knowing what we're thinking and feeling at any moment, whereas mindfulness means paying attention to the present moment without judging it. Combined, these practices help us understand ourselves better and make clear and thoughtful decisions instead of just reacting without thinking. Imagine you feel angry about something, but instead of immediately yelling or acting out, mindfulness helps you notice that you are angry and understand why you feel that way. From there, you can choose to respond calmly and wisely. This way, you handle the situation better and don't end up making things worse. Krishna teaches that being ignorant of our Atman, not knowing our true self, is a big cause of our suffering. It's like getting lost in a big city. You feel confused and frustrated because you don't know where you are or where to go. Similarly, not knowing who we really are makes us feel lost and unhappy. But once we learn about our Atman, we find clarity and joy. This bliss has always been inside us, just waiting to be discovered. To truly understand and realize the Atman, practicing Jnana Yoga is essential. According to Krishna, Jnana Yoga is the knowledge of understanding the difference between the Atman, our eternal soul, our true self, and the temporary material world. This discernment helps us see beyond the surface and recognize the deeper truths of existence. Jnana Yoga involves 3 key practices: Shravana, which means listening, Manana, which means reflecting, and Nididhyasana, which means deep meditation. By listening to spiritual teachings, reflecting on their meanings, and meditating on these truths, we can develop a clear mind. This clarity allows us to distinguish between what's real and lasting and what's temporary and illusory. Practically speaking, Jnana Yoga encourages continuous learning, whether through scripture, philosophy, or wise mentors. Critical thinking is vital for questioning assumptions and making informed decisions, free from the influence of fleeting emotions or external pressures. Reflecting on past experiences also helps us grow wiser and avoid repeating mistakes. Through Jnana Yoga, we come to understand the nature of our true self and learn to tell the difference between what's real and what's temporary. By recognizing that our true self, our soul, is eternal and not affected by these temporary changes, we become less attached to these fleeting experiences. This lack of attachment reduces anxiety and emotional distress, making us emotionally stronger and more resilient in the face of challenges.